Hey folks, and welcome back, and I'm absolutely delighted. I can't begin to tell you how happy I am to have my first guest back on the sofa since lockdown. And it can only be Mr. LT Custom Guitars himself. Lewis, how you doing, brother?
I'm very well, how are you?
I'm incredibly well at the moment. And, well, we have got quite a lot to tell my friends out there. We've got a wonderful thing coming up called the British Boutique Guitar Festival that you and I are putting together.
It's finally happening.
It's finally, finally, after a year. Well, we were smashed apart by lockdown, weren't we?
Yeah.
And the whole coronavirus. So that was a real shame. But we are going to be running the British Boutique Guitar Festival from the Friday the 23rd to Sunday the 25th, which is exactly a year after when it should have been, of July this year. So we've actually got it happening, and we've got quite a lot of great British brands.
Yeah.
That's a mouthful, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a tongue twister.
Yeah.
So yeah, the idea behind it was that we really wanted to promote British brands.
Yeah.
And we've got quite a lot of decent people coming, haven't we?
Yeah, absolutely. Some of these guys and girls are holy grail builders. They are at the top of their game and just making incredible instruments. And it's really exciting to see that, because you know how easy it is. You talk about guitars or amps or pedals, and you can instantly get drawn to big names overseas, you know, because that's what people know. But yeah, it's almost criminal that some of these brands are just fly by under the radar. But they're, you know, there's so much. I mean, they're just incredible, and I think to be able to get these people together over that weekend and see the work that we're going to see, hopefully will just help. And the whole reason we did this, you know, set this up, is to try and get these people almost the recognition they deserve, in a way, for the work they do.
Totally. We both know so many of the great British builders. I've had numerous people in with me and showing me guitars, yourself included. I can think of several others that I've done videos for, and that's really what inspired us, was the thought of sort of homegrown talent and promoting that homegrown talent, because we have got some really great builders in the UK, and you guys don't get to see that or hear it very often, whereas we do. We know what's out there, and we know what we've got in the UK. Now, that's not to say that my American friends are not going to absolutely love this, because you're going to see guitars that are all shapes, all sizes and all budgets, and you're going to see stuff that you might like to get hold of, and a lot of these companies will sell internationally, so there's nothing to preclude you from getting hold of some of these guitars. And the other thing that we've got is we are going to be doing it slightly different to how we planned originally, because we'd originally planned for it to be sort of a guitar show, more of a like the London Guitar Show,
walk around exhibition type.
Absolutely, for so lots of exhibits and open to the public. But due to COVID and all the restrictions that's placed, and the fact that even on the 21st of June, it doesn't look like the restrictions are going to change. So it's now we can be together, but you can have up to 6 indoors in the UK. So that means that we can make videos. We can have a small, very small production team in here. We can have YouTubers sat on the sofa with builders, looking at guitars, amps, effects, all of that good stuff right here in the studio. And you guys get to see it all on YouTube. So pretty good in that respect. But there's another big thing coming up for the British Boutique Guitar Festival, and I'll let this man tell you about it because it's actually really exciting, and he's going to build a guitar. Tell them all about it, man.
Yeah, the whole idea was this was a series of guitars, so there'd be different levels in it, and the P1, it's out there. That's the first one. You know, there's something special happening for the anniversary, but on top of that, I'm just still cracking on with getting the series out there, and so with that in mind, I'm about to launch the P2, which is the next one up.
Awesome.
So that's got a lot more frills in it, whereas the P1 is very stripped back in the sense of it's a no nonsense, pick it up, play. That's your everyday player's guitar. With this, there's a lot more options on the wood. There's exotic tops, there's all kinds of exotic fretboards and necks and all sorts going on with that, and possible colour changes with the hardware,
right,
as well as Alchemy pickups are going to make a special pickup which has got, I mean, the ones in the P1 have like 17k in the bridge.
They're really strong,
and he's going to make a sort of a set that ups them in the P2. So
my God, how much can you push the pickups?
Well,
we'd have to have them from half a mile away.
Yeah, I mean, if you speak to him, he did just wind a set called the Leviathans, which are 33k. I'm not sure that's you know, for me, but you know, apparently, I mean, it goes to show it's all doable. But the exciting thing is, with that P2 coming out, I've gone ahead and got a virtual Pioneer builder on my website now, and what that will allow you to do is just go through all of these wood selections and start seeing it come up in front of you.
Brilliant.
And so you can piece it around, play around with it, go away, have a think, what if would look different with a different top on it and all this, and at the very end you could just hit the button which shows all the hardware in place
and build it.
It just looks like the finished guitar.
Wow.
So
so that coming up, and I'll get to play it.
I mean, so the idea is if we can somehow get you guys to pick the woods, I'll do my very best to get that guitar built in this sort of short time we've got leading up to the show, so we can get it here and you can play it yet again. We'll unveil the P2 here
at the British Boutique Guitar Festival. Well, you guys heard that here first as well. I'm really excited about that, Lewis. I have to say, I can't wait to play it because I love doing the demo of the P1, and you guys have all seen the P1 on the channel, and all of you loved it, and I think I recorded some sort of like a metal piece with it, didn't I?
I may still listen to that from time to time.
So that's coming up as well. So we have got loads and loads of great stuff. We've got 24 British builders coming along to visit my house and be in the marquee in the garden, which I have to thank Lewis for, because he has come up with a solution to fix the marquee. Yay! Thanks, mate.
That's right.
So we're going to be putting some dowels in the uprights and getting that marquee up and in the garden again, so that we can have the exhibitors here. Also, we may be looking for 1 or 2 more YouTubers. Now, if you're interested in coming along and being a part of the British Boutique Guitar Festival as a YouTuber, get in touch with me at chinaguitarskeptic@gmail.com. You will need a certain number of subscribers. I'm thinking ideally around the 5,000 mark, but for the right channels that do gear, that look at the sort of things that we're looking at, and particularly if you're in the southeast of England and it's going to be easy for you to get here, then just drop me a line, because I would like to get a few more of you involved. We've got about 5 or 6 involved so far, and I'm reckoning on space for about 10 YouTubers max. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's a good number.
Yeah, I think it will be a real good sort of mix. And also, we'll be working in the studio here. We'll be working in the studio indoors, potentially, and also potentially over at Lewis's actual construction, what would you call it? Workshop.
Yeah.
That's the word I'm after. Absolutely. So yeah, we'll be putting everything together around the middle of June and July, and we're making sure the marquee fits up as well.
Yeah.
And we will be back with more on this great project that I think, again, in the description there'll be links to the bbgfest.co.uk.
Yep.
And also links to Lewis's builder, so you guys can choose the guitar that is built specifically for this, the first ever P2, and certainly the British Boutique Guitar Festival P2, and I'll play it for you during the festival. We'll have live shows, we'll have live streams I should say, we'll have podcasts, and of course all the usual content that you expect from the likes of GitCon, TGU and Henning's brilliant 42 Gear Street. That is what gave me the idea of doing it here, because of the whole social distancing element, and it should work out really, really well.
I think it will. I'm really excited for it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, it's been absolutely great to have Lewis here. A big thanks again for coming over today, Lewis. A big thank you for fixing the marquee. I know it's not fixed yet, but I don't want to tempt fate, but I can see the piece of timber over there that we're going to cut down into dowels and make that work. So thank you for that. Thank you for the great idea of doing a build specially for the show. I think that's going to be really cool. If you are also a brand, a UK brand that would like to be an exhibitor at the event, again, just email. And Lewis, do you want to give out your email, or shall I email mine?
Sure. So drop us an email at info@ltcustomguitars.co.uk.
Brilliant. And then you, if you haven't already got involved or been approached, potentially still be here at the event, or even if we run out of spaces, you could be there next year, because I think 24 is quite a lot. We're looking at doing 8 per day, and we're pretty full on exhibitors at the moment. But yeah, I think it'd be good to build on this year on year and develop it as we go. So there it is. I really hope you've enjoyed our little foray into having a guest back on the sofa. I really hope that you guys will tune in for all of the BBGF or bbgfest.co.uk content from all the YouTubers that will be coming. What's more, we will be having some live vlogs from the show as well, and we've got a vlogger coming that's pretty much going to be doing it all the time. So you'll see absolutely every part of this show, which is again very different to some of the other shows that I know of and that I've been to, and it's just going to be really great fun. So again, a big thank you to Lewis, a big thank you to you guys. As always, if you've enjoyed the video, if you've enjoyed me having a guest back on the sofa, don't forget to do all those silly things that the algorithm loves, and I'll be back with the very best content I can just as soon as I can. But in the meantime, as always, you take good care.